Marvel Rivals might have just released the best patch note we've seen in months, and I'm not saying that lightly, because for the first time in a while, it actually feels like the devs understand what's going wrong with this game. Not just balance or heroes, but the actual experience itself, and today I'll be going over new content plus story direction, hero balances, crowd control changes, new rank system improvements, ultimate energy reduction, and patch fixes. And if this season delivers as it appears on paper, this might be the update that changes everything for Marvel Rivals. I have high hopes for this season, so first, let's talk about the good, then the bad. What do Daredevil and Spider-Man have in common? No, it's not that they both wear red and are vigilantes, it's their disdain for Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin. Now here's where it gets interesting. Kingpin is brought into Season 7 of Marvel Rivals and it has nothing to do with Daredevil or Spider-Man, so let's get into that. Kingpin is the main villain of Season 7. I mean, he's running the city, arresting heroes, and claims he has everything under his control, but that's just Kingpin for you guys. I'm loving the new storyline, but how does White Fox and Black Cat tie into all of this? White Fox is joining Rivals, and she's not exactly doing it like any other hero job. She's doing it on a mission, breaking into a lockdown New York City to rescue Luna Snow. Now let's do a rapid fire breakdown of White Fox's kit. Her primary fire fires off energy orbs that bounce off environments and automatically target allies for healing and does damage to enemies. Now her right click, called Charm, consumes a foxtail to fire a piercing orb that charms enemies, that forces them to walk to you and grants allies temporary invulnerability, and it's on a 6-second cooldown. Her shift ability reminds me a lot of Kiriko. It allows her to teleport to a critical teammate through walls, creating a healing circle and shield to shut down dive heroes. Her E ability, Awakening State, allows her to enter into a 15-second melee form, which she gains AoE healing, a dash stun, and a tail sweep attack. Finally, her ultimate, 9 Teleforms, grants her 900 HP, massive AoE healing, and ability to shut down enemy ultimates like Groot and Doctor Strange. After reviewing her kit and seeing live gameplay, I personally believe she's gonna be better than Gambit. Mark my words, she's an S tier support, and if I guess, she's probably 3 stars. Moving on to cosmetics, this is White Fox's Lord Icon and animated Lord Icon. Let me know how you guys feel about this. Rivals just dropped a sneak peek for the Season 7 Battle Pass, and I'm not gonna lie, this might be one of the most stacked Battle Passes we've seen so far. Like, did y'all see the Adam Warlock skin? He is literally the Living Tribunal. And I actually like what they did with some of the designs too. Like, they did a little play on words with creativity, going like low-key Thor or Doctor Strange being an actual doctor. Stuff like that in the Battle Pass feels fun and not just random slop. But I gotta be real for a second, not everything is hitting. The worst skin in this Battle Pass, yeah, it's going to Hawkeye. I'm sorry, I don't understand why we're putting reskins in a Battle Pass. It's the place where everything should feel premium and exclusive. And what would a Battle Pass be without the inclusion of Luna Snow? I swear she's getting the Kiriko treatment from Overwatch 2. Like, yes, I understand you have comic times with White Fox, and that's probably why you're getting a new team up, but let's be honest, there's definitely some spotlight pushing going on here, because anytime Luna starts falling off, boom, a new skin, boom, a new team up, and she's back in the meta. I'm not saying it's about money, but I'm definitely not saying it's not about money either. Rivals just dropped their content roadmap, and I'm not gonna lie, this thing is jam-packed. If you didn't know, we've got the Avengers Doomsday event kicking off in April and running all the way through December. That tells me Rivals wants to keep a long-form player base and keep them locked in for the rest of the year. And starting this Friday, we are getting 14 new skins. Yes, I said it, 14 new skins. We're talking to Punisher, White Fox, and Ultron are all getting cosmetics, but out of all of them, Ultron clearly stands out. But I gotta say, it's actually crazy they made this skin an epic and not a legendary. Like, out of all characters to go crazy on, you fumbled the Odin Force Ultron skin. That should have been a header of this season. If you guys do enjoy breakdowns like these, I have more content on my page, so make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. We are so close to 1,500. But on the flip side, we are getting a free Deadpool skin, so I'll give them that. And on April 10th, Deadpool and Jeff are getting maid outfits. I'm not gonna explain that one, so let me know how y'all feel about that. Iron Fist mains can finally rejoice. On April 10th, you guys are getting a new skin, and I must say it is fire. We are also seeing Captain America and Cloak and Dagger getting new skins on March 27th. Last but not least, Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman are getting new skins as well, and I'm not gonna lie, they actually look fantastic. Now here's where things get interesting. We're going from 2 bans to 3, and the timer from bans goes from 20 seconds to 15. Also, we're seeing the return of Tokyo 2099, and for anybody who hits gold and ranked, you're automatically getting the White Fox exclusive skin. Now we're seeing big changes in ranked. Ultimate charge rates are getting a hit all across the board. We're talking about a 20% reduction overall. Now when we're talking about damage to energy, Vanguards and Duelists will go from 90% to 70%, while Strategists will go from 90% to 75%. Now passive ultimate charge for Vanguards and Duelists goes from 12 to 11 seconds, and for Strategists 12 to 8 per second. This is a huge nerf to ultimate span. You're not farming ults every fight, you actually gotta earn the fights now. The neutral game will be more important. For Vanguards, Angela receiving a nerf to her mobility. She's going from a 3-second cooldown to 6 seconds. She got some damage buffs, but overall she'll be less flying and she'll be more grounded. Hulk just got a new buff. His Gambit burst now has 2 charges and reduced cooldown from 6 seconds to 2 seconds. Also, his ultimate charge conversion rate goes from 100% to 130%. Hulk is about to be a huge problem. Magneto also got a buff. In his ult, that metal ball, it now goes from 30 meters per second to 45 meters per second, which means he's going to be able to kill Cloak and Dagger a lot faster. Captain America got a nerf and a quality of life adjustment. Smoother shield throws while sprinting, it doesn't get interrupted anymore. His ultimate energy boost goes from 30% to 20%. He feels better to play but has less impact now. Vanguard Deadpool got a nerf. His damage reduction goes from 40% to 30%, and his ultimate cooldown goes from 45 seconds to 60 seconds. He's less tanky and builds ult slower. Emma Frost got buffs and nerfs. In her diamond form, she is now weaker, going from 25 to 20% damage reduction. But when she's ulting, she's stronger. Now she has a 20% damage reduction. Doctor Strange just got a nerf and a hit to his survivability. His shield health goes from 800 to 700. Moving on to Duelist, Blade is probably the winner of this buff. His shotgun speed goes from 150 to 180 milliseconds. His short range goes from 4.5 to 5 meters. His lifesteal goes from 65% to 70%. His ult's anti-heals goes from 20% to 40%. Now Black Panther is a loser of this patch because he got a buff, but it wasn't even a buff. He got his jump cooldown removed, but it doesn't change anything about his character. Like, it was a meaningless, pointless, senseless buff. Daredevil got a nerf to his damage and survivability across the board. Hawkeye also received an HP nerf from 75 to 50. Iron Man received a buff. Now with Armor Overdrive, it has a new effect. Each KO extends it for 2 seconds, and now he has an armor reduction override startup from 1.8 seconds to 1.3 seconds. Human Torch received a micro buff. Ammo automatically refills after 1 second of downtime. Magic got nerfs and buffs. Now she has a bigger hitbox, and also she does less damage from 90 to 81. But her ultimate startup is faster. Bucky received the nerf. Now his damage is reduced from 65 to 55. That's less poke and less burst. Psylocke got a buff. More cooldown reductions from 0.5 to 0.3. More damage from 8 to 9. So better with combos and applies more pressure. Scarlet Witch does more damage, faster ult, and a slight drop off. Nothing too crazy. I don't think that's really going to change her much. But shout out to Scarlet Witch mains. Gambit got a nerf. It's not too crazy, but his ult charge boost goes from 30 to 20 and his speed boost from 50 to 40. Now Invisible Woman, combat healing goes from 25 seconds to 15 seconds. That's a nerf. And out of combat healing goes from 20 seconds to 30 seconds. Luna Snow got a buff. Now she has a passive cooldown reduction on KO, which means more snowball potential. Moving on to team up changes. What got removed? Adam Warlock and Luna's team up. Storm and Jeff's, but what is new? White Fox got a team up with Luna, and Storm now has a team up with Adam Warlock. I am so hyped for Season 7. I also found out the Lower Manhattan map is dropping. I also want to mention, tell me guys how you feel about the new Spider-Man trailer that dropped. Leave that in the comments below. And if you are new, make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe. Peace out.